Hi guys, in this video we will learn conditional formatting. Now conditional formatting enables you to highlight cells with a desired color based on its value. So based on a value in a cell, you can actually highlight the cells to bifurcate them. Now this is used for analyzing the data or for reviewing the data where you have less time and you want to infer something from the data set. We will cover this conditional formatting in 5 parts. First will be the highlight cell rules. Second, something known as a top bottom rules. Third, how to insert data bars into the data set. Then we'll create some traffic lights so that we'll see that if the sales exceed a certain amount, that's a green light. So that's a good work and so on, right? And then we'll insert some icons into it. Okay. So without much ado, let's begin. We have a lot of things to cover with conditional formatting. So starting with the very first one. Now you have certain data set in front of you. It gives you the store name, the city, region, SAP code, and the sales made for plastic, foods, liquid, and others. Alright, so now, and you are also given that if the sales made exceed 100 units, then that's a good work. If it's between 50 to 100, that's an average work. And if it's less than 50, it's a bad work that people have done. The sales guys have done, right? So, without much ado, let's see how do we bifurcate them. If I talk just about plastic, alright, I'll select the entire data set for plastic. Shift Control down arrow key. You remember? How do we select the entire data set for plastic? Go to Home tab, and click on Conditional Formatting. Once you click on Conditional Formatting, a drop down menu appears and select the very first one, Highlight Cells Rules. Now, as soon as you take your mouse towards Highlight Cells Rules, again a pop-up will appear. It says greater than, less than, between, equal to, text that contains date occurring, duplicate values, and more rules. So let's just talk about greater than as of now. If I click greater than, that means I am going to highlight those cells which exceed the value that I am going to write here. Let's say I write 100. I want to see all the good work areas. So I'll put 100 and I'll click on this drop down button and click on custom format. Now as soon as you click on custom format, another dialog box will appear. Click on fill, and let's say for good work we are going to give the color as light gray. Okay, and click on OK and OK. Now you will see all the areas where the sales exceed 100 will get highlighted. Similarly, if we want to do it for foods, liquids, and others, we select all of them. We go to conditional formatting, highlight cells rules, greater than, and we click 100, custom format, and light gray. Okay. Okay. Now you will see all the areas where the sales exceed 100 will get highlighted. Okay. Now I want to see or I want to highlight all the bad work areas where the sales were not up to the mark. I'll select the data points again. I go to conditional formatting, highlight sales rules, and this time I'll click on less than. So bad work was less than 50, and I'll go to custom format, and let's say bad work needs to be highlighted in yellow. I select yellow and I click OK. Now all the bad work areas will be highlighted in yellow. Alright, and we actually do not need to put a color in the average work areas. Why? Because it can be clearly identified in the form of white color. But still, if you want to give it a color, let's give a color to average work areas as well. I go to home, conditional formatting, highlight cells rules, and I click on between. Now I need to give a color to my values between 50 to 100. All the values between 50 to 100 should get highlighted. I click on custom format. Let's say I want to give blue color to the average work areas. I click on OK. And there you go. You have all the color codings, and if you know the color codes, you can easily make out that yellow means something is wrong, you have not performed up to the mark. Gray means good work. Blue means you're on the right track, but you need to perform better. Alright, so that's how you play with highlight cells rules. We also have various other rules. For example, equal to. This will highlight the cell which will have a value equal to what value we will specify. Text that contains. If I need to highlight food bazaar, I can select the column B and enter the text as food bazaar in my rules and press enter. So all the cells with food bazaar will get highlighted. Similarly, we can play around with dates. We can also find out the duplicate values, right? We can also find out the duplicate values and highlight them. All right, go on, play with highlight cells rules. I'll see you around in the next video with some top and bottom rules.